Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Um, it's funny, as long as I've been sitting here watching everyone perform, I've had all day, like months, to prepare for this, and now I'm up here and I don't know what I was gonna say to any of you guys. I had 6 poems lined up and they all just left right now. No, I'm lying. I still got those, but yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. First of all, give yourself a round of applause. I really appreciate you guys. Especially all the stop laughing, I'm talking. No, I'm just playing. But thank you guys for performing as well. It's some great poetry to hear from you guys tonight. So just a little bit of background. I guess I'm a Cleveland transplant. I'm not originally from here.
We accept you.
I hope so. And when I tell you guys where I'm from Pittsburgh. Some people don't accept me after that, so thank you. I appreciate that a lot. But yeah, so I've been in Cleveland for about 3 years now. I went to school at Kent State. I'm an architectural designer. I work for an architecture firm downtown. I've been doing this spoken word stuff for like 2 years now. I've been doing this painting stuff forever. But that's not true. I just started painting like 4 or 5 years ago. But I've been doing art and stuff like that forever. I like to draw. And so that's what all of this is about. This is all about my story, coming to Cleveland, starting to get some momentum as an artist, sharing this incredible space with you guys. I'm blanking again. Someone tell me what to say, please. This is a small, intimate space now. Like, you guys can control the show at this point. Please give me something. Why did I start writing? Because I was bored. No, I'm playing. Nah. The first thing I wrote,
We're having a Q&A, y'all, at the...
Oh yeah, my bad. I didn't mean you guys could take over the show like that. Morgan has a plan for this, y'all. Don't mess with Morgan's plans. You're right. All right. So this first poem is about me transitioning transitioning out of my life at Kent State, my life as a college student. I'll just get into it then. I'm actually going to switch mics because I don't want to keep holding this. All right, this poem is called This Isn't Goodbye, I'll See You Later. Bro, what? Yeah. It's the chord, I think. All right, that works. The day has finally come. My life in PA has had its run. I'm an Ohio boy now. Truth be told, I never thought that I would claim that. For the last 4 years, this was just the place I stayed at. You know, it was school. Perhaps a summer break or two. I never thought that this is where I would make it to when I made it through, but here I am. I guess it's safe to say that I've made it. I got that job that I have been working so hard towards, you know. I prayed it, although sometimes I feel a little guilty being so eager to run away from home as if I had a reason to escape it. And now I face the possibility of all those beloved faces, friends, and family becoming faded memories, a mere moment. I sometimes wonder if missing them makes me more akin to baby Quinn or is actually a mark of my maturity. I will never forget where I came from. I still wear all the scars as a reminder, each one a story of youthful exuberance, kids who played a little too rough, ones who cussed too much for backyards, so we had to play tackle football where we had to wait for cars to pass, and we got lockups after class just to get rid of the jitters before mom got home. Sometimes we were kids who probably shouldn't have been left alone. But the years following 2008 didn't leave our parents with much of an option. So we wandered neighborhoods and taught each other how to grow up. We made family out of unforeseen circumstance. We had parents who didn't know they were our parents. We made brothers out of bus buddies. We made after-school programs out of pop cans and peer pressure. We made mistakes and made them over again until we ran out of material. These marks on my knees are a reminder that no matter how many drops of red I bleed, I will always be Golden Boy. My hometown lives through my bruises. A city so gritty, they made the flag black and blue. To tell the truth, I live life here every day a little bit confused because this is the home of Superman. I even faked my way through a little town called Kent, yet that makes me beg the question, what does that make me? When me and my friends have been watching Men of Steel since we were teens. Oh, give me a second, y'all.
Rewind.
What does that make me? When me and my friends have been watching Men of Steel since we were teens, we didn't want to be heroes, but we studied every one of their moves to ensure that there was zero chance of our weakness being crept on. As iron sharpens iron, one young man becomes Teflon. We learn to stoke coals and bend metal and stretch a dollar into penny, nickel, and dime-colored Kevlar. We couldn't hide behind super suits or red capes. We wore our true colors from head to feet and feasted on blue-collar feats. If you couldn't tell, I'm from a little less north, just a little more east. That southwest corner of the Keystone State is where I carried a pocket full of lunch money and house keys for so many years. I fought so many fears from bus stop to corner store back home, usually a bag full of goodies, a head full of less than, accompanied by a rambunctious gaggle of K through teens. And then one day, I grew up and realized it wasn't enough to carve my name in park benches. I would have to do more than mark these ancient textbooks with my name in permanent ink. They weren't too good at telling the truth anyway. There was so much more to be done than pick up sticks and trace my footprints in the gravel. Those treasure maps we created were only a fraction of the distance we would come to travel if I wanted to remember and be remembered. I would need to find a way to leave a mark wherever I walk, like the ones my hometown left on me. Luckily, they exist as a perfect example that no matter how many times I trip, even if I have to stumble through fall and fight the frost that is winter in Northeast Ohio, my mind, body, and spirit are built to last. Yes, I'm here now, and I'm proud of what I've done to get to this point, but even more, I'm proud to be in a position to leave a mark on this place, the way the last one did to me. So thank you to the town of Penn Hills, Pennsylvania, a stone's throw outside the Steel City, for giving me everything I need to build homes wherever I end up. This is not goodbye. I'll see you later. I hope you don't mind saving my spot for a while. So that's my first poem. And that's when I said goodbye to Pittsburgh. Well, not goodbye. We'll see you later. Can I see that other one again? My bad. So that's a pretty new poem. It's the first spot in the story here, because if you guys pay attention, there is a little bit of a story to this set. It's really about me growing up, coming of age, and learning what it's like to navigate an independent life, a life in adulthood. So that was me entering adulthood. This is the second step of me entering adulthood. And with that, when I first started writing poetry, I used to not write poetry. I used to just come up with these words in my head, and I would spit a performance. And I never wrote anything down. Just cuz used to say I was like Jay-Z, and it made me feel really good, but it wasn't true. It's not true. But that was honestly before I accepted the fact that I'm a writer. Like, I think me not writing things down was like me trying to not deny the fact that, like, I actually am a writer. So I started writing things down, and Morgan mentioned earlier, you guys are familiar with the Sparrow's Fortune, right? So if you haven't been to one of their workshops, it's incredible. It's a great experience. It's a chance for everyone to get together and really learn a lot about each other and about writing. And this past week, we had a discussion about performing while reading and turning off your phone when you perform, and also just being able to memorize your poems. And this is my declaration of advocacy for reading your poems, because sometimes this shit is hard. There's a lot of writing that goes on. And so sometimes you just gotta experience it. You know, you can still perform a poem while you're reading it. So I'm gonna try. I haven't done it in a long time, so hopefully it's successful. Hopefully you guys can bear with me. This is called In the Stew. If you've never had a roommate, you wouldn't understand what I feel right now. I remember when my parents dropped me off at my dorm a few years back. They helped me unpack and we spent the whole day together. I didn't need that kind of send-off. I remember keeping track of time so intently, I began to tick too, until the moment I turned to them and told them it was time to go. From then until I found this spot, I was teased with the taste of freedom. The types of stories I could tell from that time in my life were the kind you would have had to see them to believe them. I took flight a couple times. I dug a couple holes that were hard to get out of, but I overcame. Or at least I was at the part of the game where you still had extra lives. So I had no problem if my head lied out the window and the air I caught was thinner than my wallet. I was led to believe that college was supposed to be the best years of my life. And as great as it was, the keys to this one-bedroom apartment held a lot more weight than that key card ever did. I felt the weight of the world in my hands. Sure, college had house parties and all-nighters and dining halls and study hours, but they didn't have their own mailbox, a full kitchen, neighbors who baked cookies or their own shower. They didn't have free parking. There wasn't really any more than a reason to party. No, I'm lying. I was actually a pretty good student. And for that reason, maybe it makes sense that I like the real world a lot better. Because in reality, it's much more to learn out here. I've learned stuff like why it's important to sign the year with your name. I've learned how to enjoy a beer with my dad. I get to steer my own path. I'm telling you, there's so much more out here. I've learned how to peer past my problems towards a brighter tomorrow. I've also learned how to mask a tear. I kind of understand why some people don't want to live in those fancy, clear houses. I've grasped the concept of actual pain, actual angst, actual fear. Actually, it's kind of scary out here. I know great power is supposed to come with great responsibility, but they didn't tell me so much strength required so much stability. This is tough, man. I've got pots and pans that haven't been used since they hit the cupboard. I've looked upwards so many times and still haven't grabbed anything off the top shelf. I'm reaching towards a brighter tomorrow, hoping a helping hand will see the way mine aches and take a load off. Still, I wait, and still I try to keep my head up with it. But those muscles haven't been trained to hold that position, so instead, I lower both and write notes to keep me posted, to remind me that it will be okay once the smoke clears. But lately, my notebook has been getting full. I've been writing prayers in the margins. They aren't as large as my problems, so it's not hard to understand why they haven't been answered. The smoke remains thick enough to cancel out any light that might come through. I'm tired. I'm hurting. I put myself here, but I didn't think that I would get stuck in the stew. I just want. You know what? You know what? You know what? Fuck all this shit. Fuck this smoothie. Fuck every movie title I've scrolled past. Fuck your class and your tax bracket. Fuck having a fuck to give. Fuck trying. Fuck taking a stab at it. Fuck trying again. Fuck being bad at it. I'm mad at the world, but fuck a reason to be mad at it. Fuck blue ribbons. Fuck censorship. Fuck every person who was born a little too sensitive. Fuck you, and especially the 2 cents you give. Fuck being broke. Fuck my car door because it's dented in. Fuck the house where my dentist live. I told you, bitch, my teeth are a little sensitive, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. That jacket's kind of fly, but the shoes fucked up the whole fit. You shouldn't have left the house like that, and whoever let you is a whole bitch. Fuck a gold brick and every piece of paper that bears its worth. Fuck minimum wage. Fuck pretending to care at work. Fuck going to church. I won't say fuck you know who, but fuck everyone wearing his merch. Take that how you will. It's still fuck every person walking on earth. And if that line made you mad, just wait till I get to the end of the verse. And when we get there, Don't put it in rewind, but put it in reverse and tell me what you hear. It's still fuck everything and everyone, but in reverse. Matter of fact, let's make it worse. Fuck every parent who taught their kids how to curse. Fuck them kids, and fuck it if their feelings are hurt. I'm mad today, and this is the only method that works. If I couldn't get this off, they'd probably put my face on a shirt, but this is my space now. This is my space now. And I can say whatever the fuck I want. This is my space now. That's my space now. That's my space now. That's my space now. And I can say whatever the fuck I want. I can say fuck Joe Biden. I can roll up Obama runts. If I could, I'd smoke every dead president and call all their moms a cunt. JFK should have ducked. I'm glad Bill Clinton fucked. Fuck Hillary and them emails, and goddamn it, fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Elon. Fuck Tesla. Fuck Facebook. Fuck Meta. Fuck YouTube. Rockefeller. Fuck blue cheese and fuck feta. Fuck every goddamn thing till my dick falls off. Fuck the world bent over with her legs crisscrossed. I want to fuck the neighbor's wife and let his pets get lost. Okay, I'm done. I just didn't want to go to bed pissed off. So let me tell you why I hate that poem. I hate that poem. That's not true. I like that poem. But I realized that whenever I wrote that poem, I was like in a really weird space. I definitely just almost fell, but that's okay. You see? But yeah, so I was in a weird space, and I was just like letting off a lot of steam. And I realized it wasn't the healthiest way to deal with what I was dealing with. Like, it was time to talk to someone. I needed to figure some things out. And so this next poem is about kind of my journey with mental health at that point in time, like where my journey with mental health took me after this poem, after that poem. So I'm gonna let you know right now, this is a heavy poem. I hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna get this mic stand back out because I gotta stay in one place for this. They call me friend. They call me brother. They call me son. Each and every one of them loves me from the bottom of their hearts, and I hate them for that. It's honestly disgusting how safe I feel in their arms when they hug me as if they never want to let me go. Please, I promised I would do it so quietly. I would leave all my things in a neat little pile. I would even leave Ohio just so you didn't have to hear about it on the news in the morning. I wouldn't leave a note. I would write a book instead about all our favorite memories. I would spend my last dollars to get it published and make sure you all got one for free so you could remember me for a few more revolutions. But me, I'm dizzy. I have been sick and tired for as long as I can remember. My feet are still tender from the full-field suicides. You and I both know that I can't run forever. My legs aren't so strong anymore. My lungs don't have as much space as they used to. My heart wasn't built to beat for me. It was built to beat for others, and so it beats every day to the rhythm of my loved one's satisfaction. It just so happens that's my favorite song. But lately I've been grooving to a different tune. One that gets louder when the moon comes out. Right around the time that the truth comes out that I don't want to hear any more music. I'd rather find asylum in the sanctity of silence that comes when we cease to exist. And I know off rip that may sound a little bit crazy. I may sound lost, and I've been meaning to get everything back together, but the more time I spend here, the more gear I gather, the more baggage I have to carry around, the harder it is for me to keep track when I hit the ground and have to recollect all of my belongings. I have been longing to reach the top every time I begin to ascend. I've been reaching out for that checkpoint just so I don't have to do it again, yet each time I approach that threshold, a friend is there to remind me that it doesn't come so easy. That extra weight doesn't fade away when you do. It only gets transferred to all of those who knew you. That energy can be harnessed, it can be replicated, but it can never be created nor destroyed. Its displacement can take shape of voids in space, perhaps bedrooms or dinner tables, but never in the hearts of those it was shared with. It will only exist as dark matter. And I'm not sure it's fair for anyone else to have to live with that. The force of something they aren't even sure is real. And I don't want to be that uncertainty. I don't want to be that dead space in your heart. I just want to be alone with the earth. And I wish those conditions could coexist. I wish this was more of a puzzle than a problem. I wish the solution was a little more straightforward so we could move toward infinity without the possibility of any negatives, but I'm positive that the love I have for myself can't be any less than the love you have for me. It has to be greater than, or at the very least equal to, all the compassion you share, all the patience you exude, all the exponential levels of gratitude expressed outside the parentheses. You see, I'm starting to understand that my point of view comes first in this order of operations. And without it, any transference of love is just a false equation. I wish you never made me out to be the studious type. And I hate that you're always right. That I do have so many people who love me, and so many people whose tears would fall to the earth on the day that I left. The ground would get wet, and truth be told, I don't want to be that mud you track through your homes. So for the sake of keeping your carpet clean, I'll wake up every morning and dust myself off. I'll do so a little bit earlier than I'm used to tune my heartstrings and produce the music you so love to move to. I'll spend each day training to make my heart and soul a little bit stronger. I'll stay up all night if I have to. I'll study a little bit longer, all in the hopes of finding a reason to love myself so I can keep on keeping on. So I can keep on loving you. Thank you for letting me share that. This, I shared that one other time at a Spurs Fortune event. And it was very fulfilling. It felt good, but this right here is very intimate, and it means a lot to me that you guys just sat through that and experienced it. So thank you guys one more time, because I love you guys too, a lot. I love you guys a lot. So this next one is a little more positive. It's still kind of in that journey of figuring that stuff out, though. This is called forgiveness. I find it funny how many of us are taught to apologize before we ever really learn what it means to forgive. As if, I find it funny how many of us are taught to apologize before we ever really learn what it means to forgive. As if I ever had the consciousness as a kid to hurt with purpose. As if I was really scheming. I think if I ever heard the words "I'm sorry" before I had to say them for myself, then maybe I'd be able to say it's okay and really mean it. Forgiveness is my biggest weakness. I say its name in vain. I use its likeness for the protection of my image, then allow its identity to be diminished as soon as the coast is clear. I can't forgive what I can't expel from the depths between my ears. In other words, it's no point in trying to apologize if you can't make me forget why you should in the first place. I'm not good at remembering names. Birthdays just don't stick. I'll probably ask you what you do for work each time we meet again, and yet I can't seem to forget the path to the place in my heart that holds resentment for those I simply didn't get along with. I don't know why I can't let go. I don't know why my blood boils and my heart bellows with rage at the sight of a long-lost acquaintance. They didn't even mean to step on my shoes. That stupid prick. Whole time, if we switched and they were in mine, I would probably expect nothing less than the proper respect to accept my apology and keep it pushing. But while I stand here in my size 8s, I can't help but keep looking, watching, hoping they trip over the pocket I told them they dropped. Got you, bitch. But if being honest is what keeps your attention, then I'd be remiss not to mention that I'm not that proud to be this spiteful. I've run myself into the ground if it made my presence more delightful, but the fact of the matter is I've dug this hole. I can no longer see the imaginary foes I'm constantly at war with. It's just me and all this fucking dirt. I've done all this fucking work and still can't stand to be the man that swung that shovel. I can't stand to be the man whose vices run victory laps in the same vicinity as his aspirations. I had to watch my goals roll over and go back to bed because I had them waiting. I was taken back when my dreams went to sleep on me. And I haven't been gassed up in a while, so I've just been creeping on E, hoping that God would put his hands on me and lift each and every one of my burdens birthed by bad habits. But I realize that's not how blessings work. God has already done his. I've already been forgiven. But it's me who chooses to continue living in between my bads and I'm sorry's. I've hardly given myself the chance to make amends with the man in the mirror. I know he's had a bad day. I won't lie and say that what he's done is okay, but it will be all right. It's no need in spending all night passing judgment over each and every misstep, each and every tiny blunder, each and every time you skip the family function, each and every time you wonder a little too hard about someone else's business. It's no need to ask for forgiveness from those who don't understand what you're doing, especially if you yourself occasionally forget what it means to be human, even if you ruin a single person's day. Simply by trying your best not to make a mess out of your own, all will not be lost, but what will be gained is another opportunity for new hope. You see, each hole we dig is another chance for new growth. I've done this dance with a few folks who have left me with broken black and blue toes, and still I blame myself for two-stepping with those who know nothing about the rhythm of love, as if it's my fault they couldn't keep up, as if it's their right to say that it was, as if any of that shit really mattered, as if I can stand here today with a straight face and tell you that it still does. It's over. It no longer is what it was. It is what it can be. It is potential. It is a blank canvas. It is second chances. It is the world's to witness, and it's finally my turn to stop feeling sorry for myself. This is forgiveness. Poem. Thank you so much. I've been talking a lot. I'm not used to this. I don't know how people do this on a regular basis. I'm lying like shit. I talk so much. All right, guys. I know the last two poems were like a lot. So I appreciate you sticking with me through those. This next one's like a happy poem. So if you haven't been keeping along with the journey, started off leaving Kent, leaving college. At that point, I got into adulthood and I started to realize, oh, this is cool as hell, but also there's a lot of hard shit going on. And then the fuck you poem is like, that's like the breaking point. It's like, God damn. So I just had to let that out. And then the last two have been about starting to overcome everything that was, going on at that time. And so now it's like, everything's cool now. Like, everything is not cool. Like, we're still adults. Like, shit happens. But, like, this is, like, me kind of accepting life for what it is at this point. This is called Saturday. I know today's Thursday, but this is called Saturday. Today is Saturday. Oh, this is Q Day. Stew Day? Today is a good day. It's a great day to have a great day. Sleep in late, lay around in my boxers till the taste of last night's toxins fades away. I want today to be pure. I still have so much city to explore. The concrete is different in this neighborhood. Did you know it doesn't always crack the same? It's different ways to get lost in its aggregate. I've made a habit of filling those gashes with the sand of my weekend hourglasses. Showers pass through the east side. Suddenly, the sidewalk's not so crowded, but me, I'll stand the rain. Because water is life, and recently I decided I might want more of that. For what? I'm not sure yet, but shit, if they're giving it out for free, go ahead, rain down on me. I'll roll with the thunder. If lightning wants to strike, let it know I strike twice as fast. My forecast calls for fairer weather, perhaps a flurry of fantasy or a partly clouded mind. But if that leaves a chance for sunshine, then I like my odds. Even if it skips today, the sun can't hide for long. It's just like me. Eventually, I'll come out to play. My surroundings will bask in my warmth. The air will breathe me, and someone will thank the Lord I showed my face. I'll exist in space as the center of everything, or at least to those who feel my weight, I'll hold you down like gravity. And if I don't, well, it is what it had to be. That's not my choice to make. Even still, I don't believe in fate, just a natural order. It's enough recorded human history for me to know to live life as it is and not how someone says it's meant to be. So I hope today is filled with present tense pleasantries and bounded by no more than 7 seas. And even then, water is life. So who am I not to dive in? I'll swim across the world and collect pearls till my curls are dry again and race the sun back home just to see it rise again. I'll find a friend who doesn't mind to spend some time within this crazy mind of mine. We'll get rich picking through this diamond mine. I drop gems. I got enough to snap my fingers and make you miss your whole family. Each and every one of your little friends, you'll be asking, where are all the heroes? What happened to all the villains? And then bring them back again, because I'm him. And if you can't tell, I'm locked in. I'm in my element. My name need not be relevant, because I know these words, like every one of my days, is heaven sent. And I'm just glad to be 10 toes the fuck down. My footprints in this wet cement are shaped like, what now? Because isn't that how it's supposed to be? When you're living life every day so openly filled with joy. Boom. Thank you guys so much for hearing me out. Not only hearing my story, but also being a part of my story. Like, I recognize most of you guys. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, some of you guys are new to me, but this is part of my story as well. So thank you guys for being a part of this. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you always for supporting Poetry Unplugged. You guys make this stuff really special, and I'm really happy to be performing tonight. Thank you to Morgan. Thank you to Khalil for putting me on this stage, and in all honesty, supporting me since I started. Poetry Unplugged has been just incredible for making things happen, both for me and for everyone in the poetry community. So give Poetry Unplugged a round of applause real quick. I truly would not be the poet, the spoken word artist, the performer that I am today without Poetry Unplugged, and without all of you as well. So thank you very much for hearing me out. That's all I gotta say for right now, but keep your ears out for me. I'll be performing at Crosslens on the 11th. I'll be there featuring, and I'll also be featuring at Angry Cow Poetry May 1st, 2nd, 3rd, the first Wednesday in May. That's down in Akron with Angry Cow, or Keith. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I love you all so much, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you.